Good morning, beloveds. I am out of my ubiquitous purple hoodie, mostly because it's finally warmed up. It hit 70 degrees yesterday. You know, I'm thinking about the experience that we had last week, and honestly, I've been here. When did I get here? I think we moved to Texas in 97, and then we moved to Houston around 2003. So we've had a few snows, and this is the first time that it was that cold for a week straight since I've been here. We were not prepared for that. Not prepared for that. And hopefully we'll learn something from this. Although, what it is, I'm not sure. But the cleanup has begun. We live in hurricane country. We're used to cleaning up, but this is on a whole nother level. All right, so please continue your treatments, continue your prayers as we move through the rest of this experience. All right, it is February 22nd. Our title is Deep Within Me Dwells Infinite Love. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things. Matthew 12:55. God is the giver of all things by means of love. The Spirit is always at peace. There is no argument in divine mind. The Spirit has never doubted itself, opposed itself, or disagreed with itself. This is the oneness that is God. Deep within me is that which never gets angry, troubled, or afraid. When I seem to be in conflict, I become still so that I may listen. All the love there is right here, right now, with me. I now cease all self-opposition. I hear only the voice of love speaking to me. I hear nothing but the words of wisdom, guiding and inspiring me. And when I listen, there is a response from something greater than myself. It is the mysterious energy of love, the active principle of unity. Everything loves and everything responds to love. It is a universal quality shared alike by all, the central flame of the universe. Desiring to be loved, I allow myself to love greatly, to feel warmly inclined toward all people, and to be helpful on their behalf. I give as I wish to receive. As I love and cooperate with other people, so do they love me and give me their cooperation. My loving thoughts attract caring friends to me. At which point, you're like, if you want a friend, be a friend. If you want love, be love. I don't know. Okay. Deep within me dwells. It's the thith in the Bible quotes throw me. Deep within me dwells infinite love. Okay, so Reverend Jesse talks about that place within us where nothing has ever been wrong. And we, Science of Mind, talks about spirit, but we call it other things. We call it joy, we call it love, we call it God, we call it the mother, the father, the quantum field, the Atman. But We also call it the well. Deep within us, there is a well. Deep within us. There is a well within us. And it is in that place where nothing has ever been wrong. It is that place that I like to call the place where we meet unfiltered God. And it is an inexhaustible well. And it is an inexhaustible well of all of the qualities of God. Which are some of the names of God that we have used: joy and peace and harmony and creativity and unity and all of that. And it's hard to wrap our minds around infinite. And it's hard to wrap our minds around inexhaustible. And that's okay. We should have things that we should have things in our life that are simply beyond our grasp. I'm going to assume that was a bird. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things. Okay. God is the giver of all things by means of love. So God is the giver of all things because everything's made from God's stuff. It's not that we have to go to God and petition for anything. It's about recognizing that God is, or spirit is, or whatever word makes you comfortable, is the source. Because everything is made out of God's stuff. Spiritual stuff. It is literally the invisible made visible. And why not by means of love? For God so loved the world. Yeah, the rest of the quote is, he gave his only son. We're all the sons of God. We're all the children of God. But everything around us is made up. And why not do it out of love? Why else would you do it? Think of all of the things that you do out of love. And some of them are hard. The spirit is always at peace. There is no argument in divine mind. The spirit has never doubted itself, opposed itself, or disagreed with itself. This is the oneness that is God. Okay. And I would argue, ironically, I would argue that the reason is because that there is nothing outside of God. That's what Reverend Jesse says. The reason why God can't judge is because there's nothing outside of God. You can't put anything outside of God God can't put anything outside of itself to judge it. Because it's all God. So therefore, because it's all God, there can be no argument. There can be no doubt or disagreement or any of that because there's nothing outside. Deep within me is that which never gets angry, troubled, or afraid. That place that nothing has ever been wrong. That place where we meet unfiltered God. I say unfiltered because everything else that you know about God, that you've learned from other people, has been filtered by other people. Yet when you go into that place, the only thing filtering it is you. And if you have worked on your perceptions and of God, then you have the chance at getting to the unfiltered God. But you have to work on getting rid of all the other filters that you have put on God. And you go deep into that place. When I seem to be in conflict, I become still so that I may listen. We go into that space of communion through prayer, through treatment, through meditation, however we get there. All the love there is right here, right now with me. There, right there. All the love is right here, right now, right where you are. And that's true all the time. There's never a time it's not true. The only question is whether or not we are willing to open up and feel it. And he's using the capital L there, by the way. I now cease all self-opposition. How many times could we have saved ourselves so much? Just, ugh. I have no words for. If we had simply had that phrase, I now cease all self-opposition. I mean, that's the magic phrase. I now cease all self-opposition. Is it going to be true all the time? No. But when we sense ourselves doing it, when we sense ourselves getting in our own way, I now cease all self-opposition. I hear only the voice of love, capital L, speaking to me. I hear nothing but the words of wisdom guiding and inspiring me. I now cease all self-opposition. If I am ceasing the self-opposition, what am I opening myself up to? I am opening myself up to the capital L love. I am opening myself up to divine wisdom. When I listen, there is a response from something greater than myself. There's always a response. There's always a response. But are we willing to listen? Are we willing to stop that? Stop that. I did a talk one time called Stop That. Ministers are frequently telling us what to do. Well, occasionally ministers need to tell us what to stop doing. Self-opposition. And you know what that looks like. Because sometimes we give ourselves permission to do things that are actually self-opposition. That's our vices and our habits and the things that we know aren't good for us. It's like, well, but I'm giving myself, no. It's like, no, you're not giving yourself permission. You are still self-oppositioning. You're just doing it in a, I don't even know how to phrase that. So don't twist my words. And don't twist Ernest's words. All right. It is the mysterious energy of love, the active principle of unity. Everything loves and everything responds to love. If you don't think that's true, there's research showing when you speak kindly to plants, they grow better. Imagine if we did that with everybody. We speak kindly to plants, we speak kindly to animals, we speak kindly to each other. Science. Everything loves and everything responds to love. It is a universal quality shared alike by all, the central flame of the universe. Desiring to be loved. I allow myself to love greatly, to feel warmly inclined towards all people, and to be helpful on their behalf. And that can be done up close, but it can also be done from a distance. Because there are some people that are just not safe, but we can still love them and support them and be helpful on their behalf from a distance. Because you can treat for people all the time. You can treat, and what you do is you treat for their highest and best. That's it. That is all you have to do to be a benefit to people, especially to people that you don't necessarily want to be in the same room with. I give as I wish to receive. That's the golden thread. As I love and cooperate with other people, so do they love and give their cooperation. Give me their cooperation. My loving thoughts attract caring friends to me. Love yourself. Love other people. Take care of yourself. All right. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, if you don't know what it is now, you haven't been paying attention. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to cease all self-opposition and to hear only the voice of love speaking to us. Oops. Just lost the other bookmark. Okay. I love it. I love today. I love today. We're in the month of love. We're almost finished with the month of love. I don't know where February went. Of course, we just really lost a week. So, you know. All right. Since we are ceasing our self-opposition today, I'm going to encourage you, as I always do, to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Do something loving for yourself, whatever that looks like. And that can look like anything from going and taking a walk, which I did today, or taking a nap, which I did yesterday, or, going out and cleaning up, whatever it is that's going to need that, or calling a professional. We have a handyman situation that we need to take care of on the back porch, and at this point we're gonna have to call our professional. So, that is something loving, kind, and compassionate, because we have realized it is now beyond what we can do. So have empathy for yourself. You are a beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. So practice that loving, kind compassion on yourself. All right, I'm going to move into the process of my day. I'm going to encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body. I did go for a walk today. I saw an absolute beautiful cardinal, and he sat still long enough for me to take 2 pictures. Whether they're any good or not, I'll find out. So bear in mind, yes, we have been through a situation. I would even say we have been through a trauma here. So please continue to treat for those people. Most of us are out of it, not all of us. And the cleanup work is beginning. So that's why prayer lists are wonderful. Okay. I would encourage you, as usual, though, taking Ernest's words, while we may not be opening our windows, because it's still a little cool out there, open the windows of your soul. Allow that breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven now. Let it guide you to that deep well within yourself, that place where you meet God, that place that nothing has ever been wrong. And fill yourself up at that well. Fill yourself up with that breath of heaven. And allow that to come back into this world with you. Because that's the way we make a difference. Every time. Every time. We bring that unfiltered love from that place into the mortal, material, and it makes a difference. All right, beloveds, do what you need to do to make it a wonderful day. And know that Reverend David should be on with you around 5 p.m. on Facebook Live. And I will be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And if you have enjoyed these talks, I am moving them to a YouTube channel, the Running Rev Ryan. And they are archived by date in playlists of the month, so you can go back and listen to any of them at any time. And that's one of the reasons why I give you a little bit of a preview of what's going on in my world, because it definitely informs my readings. All right, beloveds, have a wonderful day. And know that you're loved.